Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Oh,
We're happy to be back here with a new Passion Pod. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Allie. I'm the Director of Marketing and PR.
And I'm Lauren. I'm the Director of Development.
and I'm Tosca, and I'm the founder and CEO of PassionFlix.
It's been a while. It feels weird to be back.
Long time. So much has happened.
Yeah.
When was the last time that we did a Passion Pod? It must have been almost a year ago, it feels like.
Did we? Yeah.
It's been even longer than that. I can't remember.
Well, I guess, at this point, we can just tell everybody that we have now relocated to Georgia.
Well, I think we did do a Passion Pod from Georgia. It might have been with.
Did we? I don't even
releasing or something. Yeah, we might have done something like that. But yeah, I also can't remember the last episode.
No, I think we started this when we were all like in Montana in 2020.
Yeah. It was a COVID decision. It was a good COVID decision, but
yeah, it was a good idea to be on your part. You're like, we can't make movies right now, but let's try to see what we can make in the meantime. And Passion Pod came about.
I think it was a team decision, but yes, sure.
Yes.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
Well, we have a lot of updates to give today, but let's start with what we've been up to lately and what we've been reading. Lauren, what have you been reading?
I've been reading a few things. Most recently, I read our PassionFlix pick for December, which is A Merry Little Meet Cute by Julie Murphy and Sierra Simone. Read it in 2 days. I was like, this is so good.
Oh, good.
So I enjoyed reading it. It's about a female porn star who gets selected to be in kind of like a Hallmark-esque movie for this subscription channel called Hopeflix. And the director picks her kind of like just from her headshot, and then she's cast, and the guy who is casted opposite her is an ex-boy band member that she was fans of. And he also follows her. Basically, it's an OnlyFans account called I can't remember what it's called. Oh, Closed Door account. And so he instantly recognizes her, and slowly it's like an admission of their like mutual fan love for each other. And then they fall in love with it's adorable and very funny. So I had a very fun time reading that, and I'm glad it's our PassionFlix pick.
I love it.
Sounds great. I look forward to people posting their comments and their thoughts on the book.
Yeah, I'm excited to see more people read it and give feedback. I've also been reading, I also read Booked on a Feeling by J.C. Lee. It's a story about Korean Americans, and it's adorable. She's a lawyer who goes back to her hometown and helps a local bookstore kind of get back on its feet, and falls in love with like her childhood best friend at the same time. It's really
Feels
cute.
Very Hallmark.
Yeah,
it's like I think that's the premise of most Hallmark movies.
Yeah, no, totally. But totally got me right in the feels, and it was adorable. And I'm a big sucker for bookstores. So any story with a bookstore, I'm like, yes, we'll do it. And then I'm gonna start reading Faking with Benefits by Lily Gold, which is I believe it's a reverse harem romance.
Yes.
So I know we have a lot of fans asking for those. So that'll be exciting.
Wow. Yes. I am currently reading Steel King by Devney Perry, which is an MC romance that takes place in Montana that a lot of people have recommended. It's really, I like it so far. It's good. It's good stuff. I'll report back on it. I'm just a few chapters in, but I'm really digging it. And it's about a reporter and the head of now what's the word, the MC club or motorcycle club that's not currently active. And she's trying to dig into their club a little bit more, and it's going to be an enemies to lovers thing, and I'm loving it.
Love it. Favorite kind.
Yeah. And then I know I talked about it on social media recently, but I read Candy Steiner's A Love Letter to Whiskey finally, because that has one that had been pointed out by a lot of people. And I mean, that is probably one of the most angstiest books I've ever read in my life. And I was super stressed out, and I stayed up all night reading it because I was so stressed out.
Like, I just gotta know how it ends.
It was so, I had to know because it was one of those books where I feel like other people have gone through this, that even though in romance, I know there has to be a happy ending, every once in a while, there's a book that convinces me that it might not happen, or this might be the book that ended up in the wrong category. So I had to finish it.
Nice.
But I really loved it.
I look forward to getting my book recommendations, guys.
I know. Oh, we have a lot for you.
We've got a bunch to send. Yeah.
Right now I'm reading The Falling by Anna Todd.
Oh, I love it.
I'm loving it.
Nice.
It's actually it's one of those books that for some reason, when I put it down, then I just go around the rest of the day. You just constantly are thinking about it.
Yep. Oh, that's a good
Um,
look.
Yeah, it's a really I just feel like I'm really. I think she's really a lot of reallys here, but basically the characters are beautifully described, and their the emotions that they're experiencing is it's very real.
Hmm.
So I'm enjoying it.
I
But
love
most of my time is spent reading Redemption over
Ah,
and
yes.
over and over again.
So how has that been going, T? Because
Yeah.
you're in the midst, you just finished filming Italy and UK portions and in the midst of prep for US.
Yes, it's going. We were in Oxford for a week. We were filming there. We filmed at Magdalen College. I always thought it was Magdalen College, but it's Magdalen College, and they corrected me.
Good to know. I also
Yes. So we shot there. We shot at St. Anne's. We shot in so many of the places actually listed in the book, and I'm absolutely thrilled that we were allowed to shoot in some of these places that are hundreds of years old. So it was some of them 1,000 years old. It was pretty magical. And then right after Oxford, we went to Florence, and we got to film in the Uffizi Gallery again, and that was beautiful. And then I read, The Prince, so that I could understand what happens there. It's really interesting. I hadn't realized the very strong connection at the very beginning of the books, of the Prince's book. And then we went to Umbria, and we filmed again in the beautiful villa that Julia and Gabriel, Julio and Melanie, Julia and Gabriel have, and that was really just magical. Again, I love that place. I'm so grateful to SR for providing us with these places that we get to go to and film these beautiful stories. So that was all done, and now we're back in the US, and we are building all of our sets here for a lot of the Gabriel and Julia locations. So their home, the Clark home, because the Clark home was renovated, it's a totally different place, and so is their Massachusetts home. So we can't actually use the same places because they weren't renovated. So we are building them. And
so cool that we can do that, T.
I know, it's cool. It's fun. We're gonna have another conversation today about how we're building these sets, and then we start shooting again in January.
Can you tell us about how many weeks we have left in the shoot?
Ooh, yeah.
Yes, we have 5 more weeks of filming. a lot more. It feels like it's, we've already shot for 4 weeks, so that's a very long shoot for us. But
well, it's a very long script, so that makes sense.
It's a 213-page script, I think. Yeah.
Wow.
Very long.
For those people who are new to like film industry stuff, a typical movie script is 90 to 100 pages. So
But this is Passionflix.
This is Passionflix, and we're filming 3 movies at once.
Yeah.
Oh man. And for our founding members and signature members, I know a lot of people have been asking about set visits, and we're working on the schedule right now. Of course, we're always going to get those out as soon as possible. But if you're not a signature member yet and you want to come visit us on set and come to premieres, now's the time to sign up.
Yeah, we have a number of scenes that we will be filming here in Atlanta that I'd be very happy to invite signature members and founding members to come, and there are scenes which would include almost all of the characters. So
awesome.
We have scenes where we have Paul and Krista and Gabriel and Julia and Picton and even Cacciani.
Yes.
So there are a lot of different scenes that are available that are coming up that we could invite people to.
That's great. And Tosca, a lot of people have been asking about the Prince, and can you just tell us how incredible was his performance?
He was so good. He was perfect.
Yay.
And he's such a wonderful person in real life.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was just an absolute pleasure to work with him. I can't wait to introduce you to him.
Yeah.
But it's going to be a while.
It's going to be a while.
Because Allie will not let us tell you who it is. So, really, at the end of the day, it's Allie's fault.
I wonder if we'll get a spoiler woman again.
I don't know.
Well, he's a great person, and he performed the role perfectly.
Awesome.
And so I'm excited for you guys to meet him.
Yeah. Maybe we'll give a little sneak peek of him
Ooh.
soon.
Yes.
Might not reveal a whole lot, but maybe you'll get something.
We're good at the non-revealing sneak peek.
me, back of his head.
Yeah,
Oh my God, yeah.
sounds about
Wow.
right.
That image broke the internet. They were like, we're this close to seeing who Gabriel is.
Oh my
She's not telling us. Yeah.
and we recently filmed Wait With Me.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, so just so you asked about what's going on at Passionflix, we were filming. We started off during this last, quarter of
Literally, it's been the last 3 months
We're
or
still in
so.
2022 right now, I feel like.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
filmed Wait With Me, Redemption, and 2 seasons of a series. So we shot so much in this very short period of time, trying to build up our momentum for next year. So, one of them, obviously we shot Redemption, or part of Redemption, and then we shot Wait With Me, which is an amazing romantic comedy. So I look forward to everyone watching that. But go ahead, Lara and Ali, you guys were on set quite a bit. I was filming in Europe.
Oh yes,
Yeah,
you
you were
were
gone.
busy.
You did miss out on some fun, but you had a lot going on. It was,
You had a lot going
I
on.
thought
Also,
every
yeah.
set, every set is so different, and I love it. I love going to every different set, and having Amy Dawes there was awesome. I mean,
So cool.
she's a ball of energy and joy. She's so fun, and it just, I loved it. I loved spending every minute with her because she was so fun and so excited, and it's just a good reminder of why we do what we do. I mean, seeing her the first day we had put out the video of her, and it was the first moment she saw Andrew and Madison on screen as Miles and Kate, and she got teary-eyed, and I was getting teary-eyed because it was emotional, and it just,
Favorite
she was
moment.
so happy, and she just keeps talking about how happy she is and how we couldn't have done better casting. And I just seeing her experience that, it was just one of my favorite moments.
Well,
But-
we cast Andrew because of Amy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I sent a message to Amy and I said, hey, was there anybody that you had in mind for this character? And she said it was Andrew. And so I was like, well, let's reach out and let's see if he's available. And he immediately came back, auditioned, was amazing. And I'm like, all right, well, here we go. That was one of the easiest castings I've ever done.
It is really cool when an author has someone in mind, but it's someone we can reach out to, because I know some of them are a little far-fetched right now, but the rest of the time it's very cool when it can be someone like Andrew. And because he's also on the cover of a ton of romance novels.
I know.
I think Amy just posted about that recently. She was like, show me the covers that have Andrew on them, and a bunch
Over
of people
500. She
so
said.
crazy.
No way.
Yeah.
Yes, I knew he was on some. I didn't realize it was that many.
Yeah. So it's kind of like
Yeah.
kismet that he, has been kind of admiring the romance genre from afar, and now he gets to be in one of our movies. Very
Yeah,
cool.
he's super
Amy-
positive, very supportive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
Wonderful
he was such a
man.
sweetheart. Yeah. No, he and Maddie
Yeah.
were both really sweet to our fans when they came to set.
Oh, that's
It
great.
was so cute.
Yeah,
Um,
they and him and Madison knew each other before. I think they had done a project together more recently, so I think that helped and made everyone comfortable. She's amazing. I loved
agree.
watching her. She was so natural and just so cool. And watching them together, I'm really excited for this one.
It's
I'm
going to be
excited too.
amazing and super funny and
Yeah.
adorable.
Yeah, it's going to be super sweet. And what one part I love of, and I don't know if everybody knows this story, but a fan actually recommended Wait With Me in our founding member group. And when I read she makes it so that she's a romance novelist in the story, the lead character. And she mentions that one of her book series was picked up for option by Passionflix. And I was like, oh, this girl named us by name in her book. I have to reach out. And then we discovered that her whole Wait With Me story had gone viral because she wrote it in a tire shop. It was kind of inspired by that story. And it just ended up being such kismet that we optioned it, and she was willing to work with us. And Ali, so sweet to see her on set. I was just like, it's my favorite part. Is seeing an author's reaction.
I still remember in the LA office when you had just read the book and you're like, you guys talk about us in this book.
Yeah.
And I hadn't heard of the book. I hadn't heard of Amy at that point either. It was so cool. And do you know she wrote that book in 3 weeks?
I don't know.
No.
She
Yes.
writes so fast, it's insane. But that one,
But she
just kinda
said that was
flowed out of
extra
her.
fast for her. 3 weeks.
Yeah, that's really fast.
That's
Well,
insane.
just clearly
And
inspired.
That's how long it took to film it, right? Three or 4 weeks took to film it, or
3 weeks. Yeah.
Yep.
We did a 3-week shoot. Yeah.
So crazy.
Oh.
Yeah, excited.
And
for that.
then Tosca, you mentioned how we did 2 seasons of The Secret Life of Amy Benson. And Lauren was on set a lot too. Lauren, can you actually talk to us? So the first season is based on Escaping Reality, which is book 1.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about what happens in book 1? What's it about?
So yeah, book 1 is the introduction, of course, to the characters. But Amy Benson is basically a character who is on the run, but no one knows why. And the book opens with her receiving this letter from her handler telling her that it's time to run again. So she has to leave New York City and fly to Denver, like leave everything behind, can't go back to her apartment, can't go anywhere. She's leaving a work event at the Metropolitan Museum. And she gets to the airport, and when she gets on, and she's not sure if she can get on because it's a standby flight, she gets on, she ends up being in first class, and she meets Liam Stone, a billionaire architect, and they start chatting and getting to know each other on the plane and just form this instant connection. And their story advances from there. I don't want to give too much away, but it is a very cool suspense romance of her trying to kind of figure out what happened to her and how to take control back of her own life while also falling in love with this man.
And can she trust him?
Exactly.
Yeah,
Can she
It's
trust?
also these moments because she actually has because she was put basically into hiding 6 years before that.
6 years,
She's
yeah.
actually suppressed so much of the trauma that she went through, and so slowly but surely this trauma is leaking through. So she has these startling memories or alerts. She actually even has blackouts at times, but it's like so she's struggling to retain some normalcy. And at the same time she doesn't know who to trust, and she doesn't know where she is. So it's cool, but she's trying to uncover it herself.
Right.
She's trying to find out why she was sent into hiding.
And Tosca, you directed the first 2 episodes, and this is very different than anything else we have on the platform. What was it like directing for you? I mean, do you approach it differently? Just tell us about it.
Well, so this one, because I'm not used to directing suspenses, it's not something that I've done a lot of, and but I love this story, and Lauren found it, and I read all the books super fast. I think it was like probably in 1 week when we first got them back in the day. And so I've always liked it and always wanted to turn it into episodic, because it makes it it's the kind of story, if you have this suspense, then you want to watch more, you want to watch more, you want to watch more. So there was no need to shrink it down. But the approach, it's an interesting way of approaching things, because you have to focus so much on on the danger aspect of it. Why are we following her, and what is this danger? So just constantly being on her side in that regard, and always seeing everything that's coming at her from her perspective. So everything's from her in her mind or about her. So I think it's a cool show. I'm excited for people to watch it. I only did the first 2 episodes, and then Stacia Crawford came in and she did all of the others amazingly.
Yeah.
And she did a phenomenal job. I'm really proud to have her as part of the Passionflix family. Overall, I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I think you guys are going to enjoy it.
I think so too. And we have 6 episodes in season 1 and 6 in season 2. And everyone probably saw we announced the release date. It's December 22nd. So
December 22nd,
very
the first 2 episodes.
The first 2 episodes for December 22nd.
That's
Yeah, which is really fast, by the way, guys. We just wrapped a month ago. So
I remember we were still filming season 1, and maybe it was like a week out of filming, and they're like, okay, yeah, we have this cut of episode 1, Lauren, do you want to watch it? I was like, oh my God, we were still filming this. It was just very weird, fast turnaround.
Yeah, so we have the first 2 episodes in December 22nd, and then we'll release the remaining episodes in January.
And you did a fabulous job with the first 2 episodes, T. They're so good.
Yeah.
It's so awesome.
So good. So fun.
It is fun.
Fans
And
are gonna die.
also great. I mean, Maddie McCormick,
Oh.
who plays our Amy,
my
is
God.
phenomenal.
She's
Fully
awesome.
committed to the show. I thoroughly enjoyed working with her, and I see amazing things for her in her future.
She's
So,
amazing.
Yes, she's a powerhouse. That's
and
awesome.
really committed to Passion Flicks and the whole storyline. So
And
I'm
she's
excited
actually
to have.
oh,
Sorry.
sorry. She's good friends with a bunch of our other leading ladies. So
I
I kind of
know.
love that we should do it all
You
in
know
the
what?
family.
This is actually the story was so Maddie auditioned for the role, and I loved her. I saw her and I was like, oh, this is it. And then that weekend I got a message from Olivia Applegate going, hey, my very good friend Maddie auditioned for this role and I think you'll love her. And I was like, I do love her. The offer. And it's really wonderful that we have these connections with all these fabulous actresses and actors.
Yeah.
And that they then speak to their friends about working with Passion Flicks, and then they want to be in a Passion Flicks movie. It's really wonderful. So I'm grateful to Olivia for putting in a good word for Maddie, but also to Maddie for putting herself out there for this role. And she knocked it out of the park. She's fantastic.
So good.
Amazing. It's
Yeah.
so good.
I can't wait. I think it's going to be a nice treat for everybody and something different. And everybody loves having a good show right around the holidays when you just want to
Yeah.
stay inside and
You can get the
watch.
binge. Yeah.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we have that on December 22nd. Tosca, you mentioned we go back into redemption in January. Is there anything else? I know we haven't announced when Wait With Me is coming out, but we'll hopefully be announcing that sometime soon. Hopefully it's
We're working super fast. We'll work right through the holidays to try and see how
Yep.
fast we can get out to you guys. But I have a goal for it to happen as soon as possible. I have a goal. I'm not going to tell you the date unless I'm allowed to tell you the date, but there's a goal, and that's the goal I'm working towards.
Yeah.
Love it.
So
Let's keep it secret so we don't jinx ourselves.
yes, exactly.
Like, where can I knock on all the wood? Yes. But you're expecting and hoping for a very, very fast turnaround. Probably almost the fastest turnaround we've had.
Yeah, the story
Yeah.
is good. The actors are solid.
Yeah.
Colleen, who directed it, has a very strong understanding of how she wants it cut together. We've worked with the editor before, and all of us are standing by to start receiving edits, and so that we can. So it's really a lot of the times it's about the turnaround process. It's how many people have to look at things and notes and that sort of stuff. So we're all standing by. We're ready to take it, and we are, pass it on to the next person to make it, to finish it up. That's basically, there's so many steps to finish it.
So many
So,
steps. Yeah.
That sounds good.
Yeah. I think
And,
we're definitely some of the fastest people in the industry getting content out there.
it's been fast. Yeah.
Yeah. And is there any other titles we can mention that we're looking at potentially for next year?
Well, so as many of you know, I tend to get the whole gang together, the whole Passion Flicks group together, and we sit in a room for hours and hours, and we start to write up which ones we want to do next, what can we do next, how are we going to do them in a specific order, which ones am I directing, which I would love to do them all, but I can't. And there are many fantastic other directors that we're starting to find. So I'm really happy because it means that we can make more. At the same time, I trust that they will be loyal to our books and the fans and the authors, and have the respect that we need them to have. So right now we're looking at, fingers crossed, lit. There are two books that we should be closing in pretty soon, and as soon as we have those locked in, then we'll be able to announce them. But one of them will film next year for sure. And then I don't have the file in front of me, so I can't remember.
Yeah.
You guys remember?
Well, yeah. Well, I know we talked about Come Away With Me.
Oh yes.
Yeah. So, and we can release the others as we get going. And we just started having these conversations at Tosca's house on Friday all together, which is really fun, Friday of last week. So I think we'll be announcing that soon, but a lot of the titles that the fans have been asking for a long time I think we discussed every single one of the books we have optioned, but a lot of the titles that have been brought up the most were discussed in that meeting and talking about how we can get them moving as quickly as possible.
Yeah. I think
It's
it'd
going to be an
fun.
exciting
Start
year.
we're gonna start writing some music for Lit. So
Love it. That's awesome.
So cool. That's so cool.
step one, write the music
Write the music.
for the pop stars.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No, that's
Classic
important.
rock stars, I guess.
So that'll be cool.
Oh, well,
Great.
cool. Yeah. Well, it was fun catching up on here. I
Yeah.
would say anyone watching right now, if you want to comment and leave books that you want us to read, we are constantly adding to our TBR list, and we're all reading a ton right now. So please share the books you want us to read. There's a lot of new authors and new books out there too that we haven't heard of that we want to read. So get them in front of us and let us know what we should be reading next. And also let us know which movies you want to see made next, because we do pay attention.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You do. I'll try and make them all at the same time.
All
Exactly.
right.
All right.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
See you again soon.